Guys, you want to see the power of this card? Guys, look at this. Look at the plays. Look at the... Okay, so, Warren, coming on in. Give me that. La 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 la. Do I have another one? Another one. And another one. And another one. And another one. OTK. Get that weak sub out of there. A really hard fight. Absolutely one turn kill. Thank you, Red Heart. That is what I'm talking about, you guys. What's going on, everybody? This is Fry. So today we are doing yet another run of Kaycee's mod. Today we will be doing a bone deck. I'll start by showing you the challenges. I actually did unlock the annoying starters, and I tried this offline, and this is rough. It makes the early game, all your opposing creatures, you know, it'll make everything that, if you have a creature on the board, and there's an opposing creature has one extra attack, which if they have a flying anything, you know what I mean? Maybe you have to do that without sigils for regular battles, but if they have any flying minions, you die. They just completely burst you down. So we're not going to be going with that. I'm also very afraid to do a single candle because it's just going to make it annoying. Like, usually I can go through a whole run without losing a candle. It's not that hard to do, but every once in a while there's just going to be one battle that just doesn't go your way. Again, this would be another one maybe without like regular battles being totem. So maybe I'll try like these two. Instead of all totem battles. We'll try. I'm going to try these offline and do them in the future. So for now, we're going no hook. We will have 3 things in our pack. I hate pelts. I'm just always checking that. Every battle is a totem battle, both boss and regular. We're going to go with no boss rares. You know, they're a little... As I'm playing this game, where I realize that the boss rares, sometimes they're amazing, but they're a little bit overrated. Sometimes just the sigils and the regular cards. You know, most of the cards that you really want, like Beehive and Warren, are probably the 2 best cards in this game. You know, they're not rares. You'd rather have those. And, you know, there's Mantis God, but it's okay. We're going double more difficult, so it's not going to be an easy run by any stretch of the imagination. Again, I am doing the new deck that I unlocked in the last video, which is the Bone deck. So you have Raccoon that is going to be grabbing bones every single time you kill an opposing creature. It's not a great ability. It's hard to really build a deck that consistently, like, you have to gain the bones with this and then have bone creatures. Dire Wolf Pup digs 1 bone and then transforms. Sometimes I'll like sacrifice early the Dire Wolf Pup to like the Raccoon. Raccoon will transform into a 2/3 and actually dig a bone every turn, which actually helps you set up your bones. The Coyote, it's a decent card for 4. Let's see what we can do with this run. This isn't a great starting deck, so we're going to have to really rely on the first 2 cards that we get from our pelts. So let's see what RNGesus has in store for us. Very important picks here for this run. And we are seeing some absolutely fantastic cards. This is the best card in the game, in my opinion, especially if you start giving it sigils, like a cockroach sigil that will actually make it every single time it dies, you're going to get 1 back. This is just unlimited resources. Again, this will give you spend 1 squirrel and you basically get 2 things to eat, the Warren itself and the rabbit. So we're always going to grab Warren. There are some really strong cards. You got Elk Fawn and Wolf Cub, which are both really solid picks. I realize the key to these is giving them a little extra health so you can develop them easily and they won't die to an opposing creature, and then they'll transform and be really OP. I'm not going to pick any late game cards, even though we have a little bit of ramp. It's not going to be worth the adder. So it's always going to be Warren. This is also decent, the card Tentacle. It's the best Tentacle card in my opinion. You know, we have maybe a little bit of Wolf synergy. I think the Wolf versus Elk Fawn, the Wolf is probably slightly the better one, especially because you're going to want to give this health and a fire. So I am going to definitely grab Warren. I'm going to grab Wolf Cub. This is a extremely strong starting cards. So we're really fortunate for that. We also have a little bit of Wolf synergy coming right up. I definitely don't want a Pack Rat at this point. I guess it would actually, since I didn't get the hook, it'll give me an item, but I'm definitely going to go for the fire. So an attack fire is always good, and then a health fire. You give this 1 time to the... You can give it to Dire Wolf Pup too. This also could use an extra health. I'm going to give it to Wolf Cub. We're probably going to end up sacrificing this 2 cost. We'll see. It's a decent card, but Wolf Cub with some health is going to be great. I'm not going to even try to do a second fire. It doesn't need more than 3 health. I really do. Again, the transformed wolf is going to be a 4/4 now. which is really, really strong stats for a card that really only costs 1 to develop. So I'm going to grab that. That's an extremely good card, and it's still, you know, that was a fire, so we can still even give that another sigil. Incredible so far. We're going to go up to the right and do the sacrifice, so let's fight our first fight. This first fight should be pretty easy because we have a really good deck. We have Warren. Got it. Yeah, not able to really... Okay, so he's coming in for 3. Whew. A little bit rough. I could develop the Warren here just to block 1 damage from the Porcupine. I think that's what I'll do. And we'll kill that next turn. So I'll spend the Rabbit now in order to develop the... Ooh, maybe I should actually save the Raccoon to kill this Coyote. I probably should. It's 1 damage, but killing this Coyote next turn is really important. And I don't know... The last 2 cards in my deck are Wolf Cub, which can kill Coyote. And the last card is Dire Wolf Pup. So in case I get Dire Wolf Pup... If I develop this, I'd have to kill the Raccoon. It's not even terrible. And once I actually kill 1, 2, 3 creatures, I just develop Coyote. Alright, I'll do it now. Because even if we top deck the Dire Wolf Pup, it is... we'll just sacrifice the Raccoon. That's okay. And that blocked the damage. We got the Wolf Cup. That's what one we wanted. I have to do it like this. The Raccoon's gonna die kind of for free here. But it's okay. We also are actually getting another, you know, represents 2 damage on the field. It also is going to represent 2 bones. So that's pretty good value from that Raccoon. I can't develop the Dire Wolf Pup. Well, okay, I'll grab it. There's no point in not grabbing it here. We're just going to go face. And we'll just take this next turn. This is easy. Easy fight. Actually, we're not taking it yet. We're still a little dumb, but he's not developing any more minions here. So. Really good, man. I love this wolf, man. There's no way to get more damage. I anyway don't really do anything with the teeth. Every once in a while, using the teeth to grab a skinning knife is fine, but there's no options there. All right. So the unfortunate thing is we're gonna get some pelts, and I hate pelts. They brick your deck with garbage, even before you exchange them, even after. So I hate pelts. Sacrificing, it's either gaining a card or gaining a pelt. I'm gonna go for the sacrifice though. It's really important too. I haven't even really thought about what I'm sacrificing yet. But let's see if we can get something that top priority is something that goes really well with Field Mice. So Field Mice Warren is busted. I mean busted, because Warren gives you Warren, and then the Rabbit also gives you a Rabbit. The first stage. The second Warren will not. That's not. If you give Field Mice ability to something, it does not do it again and again. That would be. They limit that. But we're definitely grabbing Field Mice. Yeah, Field Mice Warren. It's easy. And we have another sacrifice coming up after that pelt, so it should be fine. Easiest decision of my life. There's no possibility that this isn't the right combination right here. So this is an extremely good. Starting off any run with Warren, there's so many possibilities of. I mean, we have basically, if we get that card, unlimited resources. So right now, what we got to do is keep our deck as thin as possible. Increase the likelihood of getting this in our starting hand. We can actually develop all this right now, and we're gonna. Believe you me, we're gonna. We have the Wolf Cup to also counter this Dire Wolf Pup. Oh, love it. So it's gonna be you. Look at how much resources this is, guys. In case you don't know how this interaction works, we get another Warren, which doesn't have the ability, but this Rabbit, first Rabbit does, which is insanity. So, you know, this does give you the extra Rabbit, though. This Rabbit gives you a Rabbit. We'll develop the Dire Wolf Pup first, which is going to be in 1. Easy kicks, and then Rabbit makes Rabbit. And we still have 2 more resources for the 1 card left in our deck. It's okay. So, absolutely busted. I mean, Warren is a completely busted card. It's really good by itself. Then once you give it a sigil, a Mal sigil or like a you know, a cockroach like respawning sigil. It's just really OP. Again, Direwolf Cub is not a terrible card because look at this monster it turns into. 4 damage, 4/5. It basically turns into a bear. A slightly better bear because it's hitting twice, and sometimes you can do stuff with that. It's my coyote. But yeah, that's the victory and a ton of overkill, so we actually can probably afford a skinning knife already. For 17th. Right, so oh, I grabbed the skimming knife here. Let's grab it. I didn't look ahead to see if there's gonna be a pack rat. But I hate getting this pelt. It's so annoying. Do I have enough for the knife? I do. We will take the knife. And we'll hopefully not have a forced... If there is gonna be a pack, there is a forced pack up here. So the one fight, I have to remember to use one of the items so we don't get stuck with a pack rat. I don't really want pack rat here. We have to decide what we are doing now. I haven't really thought about this one at all. So ditching the raccoon is probably good. It's not, it's a 1-cost-1/1. It has terrible stats. There's not a whole lot you can do with this. We could just give the ability to either Wolf Cup or Direwolf Pup. The other option is sacrificing something to Coyote. Could also give it to Coyote. I feel like these two cards I'm probably going to want to give some other sigil. So maybe I'll just give it to Coyote. We're getting rid of Raccoon though. It's the worst card. It's the worst card in our deck. So let's just thin out our deck here. There's no real need to save. Coyote's not going to combo with anything too crazily. So if there was, let's say, a double attack that was going to be a Legat or, you know, a Mantis, I'm going to want to sacrifice that to one of my more powerful creatures. It doesn't actually work well with, by the way, Direwolf Cub Mantis, because what happens is once it evolves, it ends up attacking, instead of 2 times, it attacks 3 times. It'll be left 1, forward 1, and then right 1. It doesn't do the forward attack twice once it evolves into the Direwolf. So of course we start off with our Warren. These are 2 flying creatures, so I do probably want to develop something in front of the Cuckoo here. So we have plenty of resources. We're just gonna try to not die in the meantime. Warren eats Warren. Plenty of cards. Cuckoo again is gonna fly over and not even kill. This will kill the Raven. We're taking on some heat here, which I don't like. We're taking a lot of damage. But I don't want this Cuckoo egg coming in and making these cards impossible to kill. Hopefully we'll have something that just kills Cuckoo here. This Raven dies here to the Direwolf Cub. Does 2 and 2. Does 1 damage to the skunk. So let's just try to kill the... Let's just kill this Cuckoo. We're pretty safe if we do that. It's just 1 damage anyway. It's worth it to kill this Cuckoo. We're good. Does 1 damage to the skunk. Who cares? This will do 1+1. Just slows this card down. We still have all the resources we need. So we are... I'm just going to look at... We don't really need to play for bones. Let's just do this. We also get an extra bone. So Coyote costs bones, but replenishes them faster. I guess that's good? Not really. It's a terrible sigil. It's not really good. I haven't really successfully ever built an actual bone-based deck that really just, I don't know, either sacrificing a go-to Bone Lord, getting a bunch of bones, or just having bone production and really strong bone cards. It's really hard to pull off because, think about it, you're going to need cards to get the bones, and then you're going to need a lot of bone cards. Or you're going to need a thin bone deck plus a goat and a Bone Lord space. It's just... Oh, I forgot to use the item! Oh, I forgot to use the item. I'm so stupid. So we're getting Pack Rat. Ugh. Which isn't a terrible card. These are 3 really awful cards, so we're definitely... I don't like the mirror one. It's too circumstantial. Let's see if we can get something decent. Mantis is pretty good for sacrificing. It doubles the damage of, let's say, we can do it to our wolf cub. It'll do a 6 damage wolf, which is really good. Turkey Vulture is going to be too hard to develop, and this is garbage, so that's a pretty easy choice. I forgot we're getting the Pack Rat. Okay, maybe we'll be able to find something to sacrifice. Again, this is a good sigil, but we're gonna probably have things to sacrifice that anyway, so this just means 1 more card in our deck the rest of the game. I'm so stupid I forgot to do that. I'll probably sacrifice the Pack Rat now to... What would I sacrifice it to? I could just sacrifice it to the Rabbit Pelt. good. Just this bricks is slightly less in the meantime. Mantis to Wolf Cub I think is always going to happen, and Pack Rat will probably be better with a different card. So let's do Mantis to Wolf Cub. That Mantis itself, it's okay. But this is what I want. Tell me what I want, what I really want. Stop sacking Warren to Warren? Why? There's nothing, you don't lose anything by doing that. It just gives you an extra bone and gives you an extra rabbit. There's no point in not sacking this Warren to Warren. It just nets you one more. You play Warren and then you get a rabbit. It's just, it nets you one more resource. As opposed to later, I just don't want to have a thing where I'm drawing a card off the top of my deck and then I'm stuck with no squirrels. I think always sack Warren to Warren, right? Okay, so here is our first boss, Prospector, and unscary. So this coyote's gonna move, which is cool. I could even sack the first damage. I have to just plan the mode of attack. Dire Wolf Pup. Are we developing this early or late? We should just make a plan out the entire fight right now. Wolf Cub will do 2, then kill the coyote. I could also just like get out of this stage by doing 2, taking 2, and then doing 6. Then only Wolf Cub dies. And I'll have enough resources probably to make it the rest of the way through. We can always grab Squirrel and use that to help develop Pack Rat. I think that's correct. So I think I'm gonna have minimal casualties to the stage 2, him clanking my guys here. But yeah, this the mule's not gonna move here. I don't really need the cards in this. Mule tries to move, and then this does. So we get out of this easy. I'll grab hopefully the Warren. But we have Coyote. We have a few things to develop. So this is a really easy way to get out of stage 1 with just 1 casualty. There's gold in them car. There's gold in them car. I struck gold. The coyote still stays around. Oh yeah, the cards on the board after this boss do stay around. So if we develop, we could go Squirrel, Direwolf. Probably developing Direwolf and Coyote before Bloodhound comes on the board is going to be good. And then we'll develop the Pack Rat later. We don't really need the Warren at this point. So I'm just going to grab a Squirrel. We're going to go Squirrel. Squirrel. Do we want face damage or do we want mule damage? Doesn't really matter, right? Coyote's gonna actually move to the left, so what do we want attacking the coyote next turn? I suppose we want the Dire Wolf Pup too, right? So we'll do Dire Wolf Pup on the left. This doesn't really matter. We're gonna win this. Back this on the right. Yeah, and we'll just grab Squirrel and develop a Pack Rat. Get him! Get her in! Squirrel. Squirrel. Yeah! This will just die. Should I go face with this? No, I can't. I forgot. I have... Look at my hand. It's my bare hand. Pack Rat dies, but it's okay. This actually kills the adder. It's so cool. We are... Doesn't really matter here, right? This is an easy win. Oh yeah, we just win here. With 2 overkill. Dang nabbit, kill my bill. Dang on it. So, super easy first map and first boss fight. We are rolling through this. The only tremendous misplay I got was actually grabbing Pack Rat. And I know some of you think Pack Rat. It's a decent card if you sacrifice to something, but again, having a thin deck is more decent. These are 3 absolutely awful choices. Red Heart is going to be good in this run because of the Warren, so I think I'll grab that. Kingfisher is just never going to do anything. I'm going to grab Red Heart. Red Heart, again, it's Sigil. It's Attack Sigil, for those of you who don't know. This is a card I actually just unlocked like since last run. Probably unlocked this offline, so you guys didn't even see this card. So I will show you exactly what it does in a second. It's attack signal. It's kind of like, you know, the ants, that it has a separate condition. The condition is it's equal to how many sacrifices you made that turn. So if we do our whole Warren cycle and we're sacrificing a whole bunch, Red Heart does a lot of damage. This, you can't sacrifice the sigil, the attack symbol to anything. You have to sacrifice something to it. So it's always going to be a 2-cost card. But if I can give this double strike and extra attack, I mean, this thing is just a easy OTK. So, decent card. And let's take a look at this map. So painting is going to be really good because we really want another one of our Warren cards. So I'm going to try to paint that. We can hand in... If we go this way, we're always going to get Pelts, so I'm probably just going to have to save the Pelts for the end of the run. We're not looking for fire. This is a really easy route. It's going to be like this, and then we're going to go... We'll decide if we want to sacrifice something, or... You know, sacrificing isn't to get bones, it's to get a card out of your deck. So Direwolf, Rattler, Kingfisher. Rattler's not a terrible card, and we have a lot of bones in this deck. It doesn't have any sigils, you know, you have to sacrifice something to it. I don't know about the Kingfisher, man. I love Kaycee's mod. I love the original game Inscryption. I'm loving these runs. I'm addicted to this game right now. It's so cool. I love the combos. I love like combining Warren with all kinds of crazy stuff. Direwolf also has a sigil, which is cool. Like I could grab the Direwolf just to sacrifice it to Red Heart. It's a really good sigil. It attacks straight twice, which is like focusing in one lane, can kill a creature and do damage. It's really good. It's a terrible card in itself because it costs 3. Honestly, it's still developable even with Warren. It's probably still worth it. We can't give it to this. We can give it to only Red Heart. Kind of sad to grab a card just for a sacrifice. Rattler ain't bad. I can also just mulligan this and see what we get. I would love a Magpie. Magpies would be the other thing that really help us get these Warrens out. I think because the sigil is OP, I'm gonna grab the Direwolf. Again, if you have Warren, which we'll have hopefully 2 in a deck, I hope the guy... I've never had this guy mess up a sigil. He's messed up a little bit of attack, a little bit of stats for me. He's changed non-essential sigils and cards. I've never had this guy give him Warren, and he just changes the secondary sigil to being able to block flying or something, which would ruin this card. I mean, it would turn it from an extremely OP card to just decent. A basic Warren. So hopefully that doesn't happen here. And we just added 2 health, so it's a chump blocker too. We can keep that on the field. So now we have 2 exceedingly overpowered cards in our deck, which is just what we want. We don't have to use an item in this fight, just checking ahead. Always look ahead, guys. Are there any cards that attack equal to the number of bones you have? So there is one that does equal to half the number of bones you have, which would be cool for this run. We haven't seen it. It's a 3-cost flying, 3 health, and the attack is equal to half the bones. So we of course started with one of our Warrens. Let's see what he's got coming. He's got a Wolverine. We're gonna ignore this. This card is a 1 attack card that grows every time it kills something. Just ignore it. Raven's Egg, on the other hand, I should probably go after it. It'll come and do nothing, and then we kill it for free next turn, so that's really good. So it's going to be squirrel, unlimitedresources.com, .org. Always do this. Shut up. You gotta use that Warren at some point to make another bone, so why not? And we got Direwolf Cub. We'll kill this guy for free and do 2 damage to face next turn. Here's Alpha. Ugh. It's not gonna matter. Our Direwolf is. We always draw from our deck. Got Pack Rat. So I could cycle an item now, which is not bad. The Frozen Opossum is probably better than the Pliers. Pliers sometimes are really clutch. I'm gonna develop Pack Rat. Let's see if we can get a squirrel would be nice. You know, things like Timer and Flying can sometimes really easily win. So let's do the Pack Rat cycle. We're still getting another rabbit back, which is crazy. And it goes face for 2. So, again, it's a brick, but it's decent. Got us out of the fight for free. Don't need extra bones. Not going for that. Yeah, so we just get an extra Pelt. Feels bad, man. Yep, and we can't even grab... Well, we already grabbed the knife, so... We got 2 pelts. This is actually going to be the one thing that could kill this run, is the fact we have 2 pelts. So we're going to try to exchange them as soon as possible. If not, we'll do it before the final fight. So there's nothing we really need. Everything would be fine in a fire just to get buffed one time, but reducing our deck by a card is going to be more useful. I'll probably just take a pelt. I don't need the extra bones per turn. You know, the way this works, by the way, I looked this up for sure. There's only one card that gives you the 8 bones, and that is Goat. Every other card gives you 1 bone, no matter how many buffs it has, no matter how rare it is. It could be Rayleigh, or it could be a freaking... It could be a freaking pack rat. It doesn't even matter. They all give you 1. The only exception is rabbit pelts. Any pelts. All pelts do not have bones, and therefore they don't give you anything. But on the other hand, this is the best. This is the worst card in our deck. I don't need an extra bone every turn. We have 1 coyote. Maybe we'll get another bone card. So this is definitely incorrect. This will also represent a dead card. It gives you nothing. This will also represent, again, just a random non-upgraded, non-sigil card for the end of the run for the final fight. So that's actually a really easy decision. Alright, so we have pack coming up. If I need to use pack items, I'll consider going this way. But really, grabbing the card, again, this is always the best way to draw. You don't want to pick a tribe or a cost and get fed a random garbage card. So this will at least have a choice of 3. And we're going to be able to develop a totem, so maybe we'll be able to get something good for our... multiple wolves and stuff we have. This is a really tough. He has hooved that has skink tail, so these cards are going to be so difficult to kill. We'll go after the elk fawn in the middle first, because this one can escape, this one cannot. And we have double Warren. We also have red. Oh my god, I can actually OTK him here, I think. You want to see the power of this card? Guys, look at this. Look at the plays. Look at the... Okay, so Warren coming on in. Give me that. La 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 la. Do I have another one? Another one. And another one. And another one. And another one. OTK. Get that weak sub out of there. A really hard fight. Absolutely 1 turn kill. Thank you, Red Heart. That is what I'm talking about, you guys. Hell yeah. Highlight Central. Right after we get it, too. Oh, it was great, man. Dire Wolf. We have Bell, which is a 2-cost card. These are all, again, oh man. I wish I actually knew what was ahead on the board right now. I should have taken another peek. I was too excited from the highlight. 2-cost Bell ain't bad because we don't have much lane restrictions in this deck. This is going to be an easy, 4-3. 2-cost 4-3, which is really good stats. You develop this, of course, in lane 1. It's splotched out, but the further left this is, the more attack it does. It's cool. We already have a Dire Wolf, but this will be an opportunity to make a double. I don't know about keeping I mean, it would be a 4-10 Dire Wolf if we get a mushroom space. Again, I didn't really take enough time to look ahead there. Raven's Egg ain't bad either, man. You can give Transform to anything. You can also, Raven's Egg in itself, it's decent. It has 2 health, so for the evolve cards, it's the strongest. You don't even need to give this a fire. I could evolve Red Heart. I could evolve, I don't know. Well, this already has it. You don't have a lot of good cards to actually sacrifice this to. Giving it the Dire Wolf means the Raven does 4 damage, which is fine. We could re-roll this. I just feel like we're gonna get more garbage than this. It'd be, again, if we knew there was a magpie in this mulligan, we would go for that. Red Heart is good, but Egg is way better. This with double is OP, because this can OTK every single fight on 1 turn if we can give it the Dire Wolf. Maybe I'll go for this one. I mean, we can give, again, we'd have to sacrifice the Dire Wolf to it. It's the only thing we're going to be able to do with the tentacle card. We're kind of committing to that. But at the end of the day, what are we going to give the Dire Wolf to the Red Heart? I could just grab Dire Wolf and give one to the Red Heart, give the other one to whatever, I don't care. And then it's just a lot of sacrifices. Okay, I think the main thing is we have a strong deck. So let's think which of these cards is going to brick us the most. I think Raven's Egg actually bricks us the least because it's only a 1-cost card. Easy to develop. If you get this, let's say you don't get Warren. Right? If you get Warren, you win anyway. So let's say you don't get Warren. I'm grabbing Raven's Egg. The only thing that kills this run right now... Oh my gosh, there's mushrooms here, which we don't have access to. We're going straight up this path. We're actually going to be able to get 2 halves of a totem, which is nice. The only thing that kills this run is us bricking. We don't have any Magpie searching for a card in your deck yet. So we just... Oh my god! What the... Oh, we got the best totem too! It's going crazy. So again, I'm just trying to look for heads. We have one... This is permanently in our deck probably. So Hooved is not the way. We're going to need a wolf. We have a lot of wolves. Even a bird would be better probably. Okay, I got it. Come on. We're grabbing the extra resource. And basically play every card in a tribe for free. That is what we're doing. Man, we got 2 more totems to try to find a wolf head now, which is kind of cool. His hooved creatures, such as stags, are going to grow every time they kill something. These should be pretty easy to kill. See, this is a time where we just... Oh man, we bricked. This is where we are actually... severely bricked. We are really bricked right now. We don't actually even have a way to kill these elk fawns. I'm trying to even look at our items right now and see if there's any hope here. This is going to be a tough fight because we don't have a warren. The moment we get a warren, we develop dire wolf and we're fine. And coyote. If we top deck warren, we're really good. I think I'm going to have to develop Raven's Egg here just so we're able to stay in the fight in terms of damage. I could also grab a boulder right now. I think I'm going to just wait and see with our next... 1 extra damage isn't going to make a huge amount of difference here. I'm going to... Man, but we don't even have a squirrel yet. I'll have to sack the raven for something. He's coming in with an elk here. Oh, this hurts, guys. We need one of our warrens. I'm going to have to start developing... Actually using some... We did not get it. We're so bricked. We're so bricked. Okay, I'm gonna have to start develop... The good news is this elk doesn't even enter the board. I'm gonna have to start developing... I don't know, I guess just possum's egg, man. I'm gonna develop both of these because we're not in good shape. This elk fawn is gonna transform now, so it goes face for 2. We're in absolutely dreadful shape. This is tough. This is tough. It's so funny. We were just talking about it. But we actually did brick. Now, Red Heart is going to do 2 right now. Does it develop Coyote? No. Honestly, we need Warren in order to stay in this fight. I can skin something here. Oh my gosh. We're bricked with all of our expensive cards. I have to use another item, which sucks. I want to save these, man. So this is going to go face for 2 here, and then this will block the elk, but make a possum. I'm going to skin one of these elks because we're in such sucky shape right now. I was so all in on trying to get a warren, but I don't know. How many cards are even in our deck right now? 3? I think there's... looks like there's 4 cards in our deck, and there's 2 warrens in there. Warren opens up this entire thing. We'll be able to develop... Well, Red Heart and Coyote here. We can't develop Dire Wolf, and this card is too slow. What does our health look like right now? Oh, we only need 1 damage. Is there a play? If I grab a squirrel, is there a play? Red Heart. If I grab a squirrel... Red Heart goes face for 2, and we develop Coyote. It's not enough. It's a 50% chance of grabbing a warren off of our deck. I don't want to lose a candle here. I really don't want to. So if we grab a squirrel, the play is sack the Red Heart and this, but then we only get 2, but then we're able to develop the Coyote. which also does 2. It doesn't really help anything. My gosh. Come on, Warren. Yes. All right, now we win. It's a gimme now. Because we have this card. We only need 3 damage. But we used 3 items that fight. Holy crap. That doesn't matter. It's like overkill. Holy moly. That was, again, that wasn't the problem. Oh, we need items. That's not the lesson from that. The lesson is we are bricked. We need to thin our deck out, man. I need more Warrens. Exactly. I need Magpie is what I really need. Because I'm almost always, I mean, I have 2 totems. Grabbing a wolf ain't bad here. The wolf is a pretty good class. It also, again, we're gonna dig for it. We're gonna get a wolf head most likely. It doesn't really matter. I took a look on the wiki, by the way, and looked at all the classes and said, what is the best class to get in this sort of thing? You know, stags were good, like the hooves were fine. They just disproportionately had a lot of good cards, but it didn't make that much of a difference. I'm gonna go with the totem. We got another 2-cost card, which is, it's rough, man. It's rough out there. Let's see now if we can find a wolf head, because our whole deck is wolves and we did not. We got dam. So we have 1 hooved card and we have 1 bird. The Warren unfortunately doesn't have a tribe, but that's probably a good thing. It's just busted anyway. It doesn't need it. So grabbing dam is not going to be that useful. Probably just to unbrick our bird, I'll grab the bird head. We don't have any hooved creatures. Oh no, we have red heart, but red heart you can't really develop. So this egg giving us an extra thing will be fine, and hopefully again we'll find a wolf head. It just really, they both buff just 1 creature. We'll buff the smaller creature just to be able to survive with that. If you don't have enough resources, damn. Okay. Yeah, so unfortunately, you know, one thing we can do is get the dam, and then, well, no, it just gets flying. This is like cuckoo. There's no point. I guess I'm gonna multiply. So we keep, I think it's only the Raven's Egg will just give you 1 more Raven's Egg. Ooh, we didn't nail it with the totems, not at all, man. We got Fundicity, but it doesn't really help. In fact, I really think the rabbit hole is going to be better than Fundicity, because again, the Raven's Egg, it'll just make 1 more Raven's Egg. It's not going to keep on making one. So I'm going to actually make this give us another resource. It's just a stall card. That's all this really is right now. It's a little sad, but I'll do the rabbit hole. If you develop that, you want to be able to get a resource, be able to draw another card from your deck, and hopefully get a Warren, but you need a card to develop said Warren, or said whatever card you're getting there, so. Again, Fundicity can be very good in certain situations. Let's say if you have Fundicity with bugs, and then you have a beehive deck, so then that would be really good, because you're going to get tons and tons of bees. But it doesn't do anything with the, It's the one thing that beehive is better than Warren. Warren is the better card, but if you get a bug totem. Alright, we got our Warren. We also have a rabbit pelt. So sad. Alright, so how do we do this? Oh my gosh. Honestly, we're gonna struggle. We have a lot of very expensive cards, which is not what we want here. This dire wolf pup also just dies to... The dire wolf pup just dies to anything for free, so we don't really have a way of developing this. We got Strange Frog instead of the toad that sometimes appears first. So I think we chump block with Warren and we'll go from there. Oh, I didn't realize that. I didn't look. I have to just say the totem first in order for me to be able to acknowledge it. Okay, so we are able to block these now, which is cool. Carl. So I'm gonna play Warren to just stall here. I think I'll develop Rabbit Warren to stall further. Again, it's a 4 health creature, so it stalls for a whole bunch of turns. And this will actually give us... This is fine. Man, 4 health Warren actually is really good, because if you get that and you don't really get anything else, that's good. I could have actually developed Dire Wolf Pup to face there. I should have done that. I still can. I still actually can. I can Dire Wolf Pup and then play a rabbit. I'm actually going to develop this. This is worth it. It'll get us out of round 1 pretty easily. It means we'll need a second card for round 2, but it's still worth it. So the card on the left is always going to be the one that hunts. So I'm going to develop this first here. Sorry. Did I screw it up? Am I losing a whole rabbit for free here? It's still worth it though to develop Warren earlier. I'm actually losing an entire rabbit. That's okay. I think this Warren is actually more useful, so I'm gonna do it like this. No, I needed to drag it. Oh my gosh. I'm not doing well here. Damn. I screwed up. I had to kill this card so the strange frog would move when I play another card here. And now this dies for free. I'm just throwing, so I'm just absolutely throwing. We have such a good hand. And this card also comes in. I just threw that. I'm sorry. The mistake I made was extremely obvious, and I just messed it up. I simply... No excuses. I just screwed that up, and it's gonna cost us too. We have no items. It's okay. We'll be able to get through this fight. We have a lot of resources. It means developing a dire wolf pup here. It just means I'm gonna need another card by the end of this. This is okay. The dire wolf pup will exchange for this strange frog and its trap. Sorry, I just completely failed. I'm trying to do the run faster. The last video I made was like an hour 45, so I'm trying to just speed up a little bit, but it's gonna come at the cost of a couple of those. There's Red Heart. I fucked up so badly. So we stall. I didn't even look at my health there. We still have 3 health left. This is rough. We're not actually even in good shape anymore in this run, in this fight. This is a very good card in general, because it's gonna take out a bunch of cards for free. It's also gonna heal and stuff. So we're gonna develop Wolf here. It also puts an extra damage on the board. It can take damage. It's so nice that the Wolf has 3 health. Really solid. It kills the Wolverine and the Strange Fog and the Rabbit next turn. And we're not taking anything. So at this point, I think I just grab resources. It should be pretty easy to get through this. Dies. We're doing 3. I want to be able to... Do I need to try to kill him faster now? I think I actually have to try to develop something now. This will move. Is that good? Is it good if this just moves? I didn't even think about the fact this would move here. It means I can kind of chill. It also means this bullfrog dies for free next turn. I'm just gonna chill for now. The squirrel will die to the trap. Well, these squirrels dying to a trap just means I get a free card, so it's okay. So we're grabbing yet another squirrel. This is another free trap pelt. If you have a minion here, if you're hitting the sides, you want to have a squirrel there just so you can grab something from him. Yeah, we are 100,000,000% okay. We're grabbing resources. It's fine. The mess up, the deck is good enough to cover my ass of my stupid mess up before. But we right now have 3 pelts. 4. We have 4 pelts. So it's the most brainless decision. You take 1, you take 2, you take 3, you take 4. Freaking easy. And because we have no items, we'll just try to do the skinning knife thing. So we'll develop Everything we got. Red heart. Doesn't matter which order you do this in, you can sacrifice things. Later. We'll actually do this just for overkill. So it could also give us more resources. Make us more sacrifices. We're just getting more bones. Doesn't matter. I think we're already way past the limit of like even buying 3 knives. I'm pretty sure we have like yeah, we have a full case of bones. Doesn't matter. All right, easy boss fight. Yep, that's a really good wolf though. It's a 1/3 wolf cut, man. Wolf 1/3 that hits twice. It's a 6 damage evolved. So ringworm and sparrow are useless. It's gonna have to be pronghorn. Where are we gonna give the pronghorn to? Man, we need a lot of sacrificing, but I can't grab these. These are more brick than pronghorn. Really bad. So far, the 2 chests that were supposed to be rares, obviously we chose that we don't get rares, so we get regulars, but even for regulars have been absolutely fucking awful. We don't want the cards. Refilling our pack is actually good because we're empty right now. We're completely empty. We do have a pack rat somewhere. So maybe we'll try to BM. On this path, there is combining. And we have a dire wolf pup. We direly need to try to combine with the other one. Combined wolf pups are really good because then the result after it evolves is a 4... I guess a 4/6. It would be a 3/6, so it's still really good. 3/6 direwolf. Kills a card. This way there's trap. Oh my gosh. See, like, I like this route better because we're getting rid of a card. We're cashing in one of our pelts. There's a totem here, which I'd love to be able to upgrade the totem. I don't really see what's behind here. On the other hand, this way, we don't have to grab this card. I'm probably going to fail this on purpose if we can. Sometimes there's 3 options that you automatically pass. That would suck, especially late in runs. This is hard to fail. We're cashing in, exchange. You know, this means we're not going to be able to cash in later. But then we have a combine here. We also draw a better card instead of a pelt. If we get this pelt, we're going to have to exchange the pelt anyway. I have to go left, man, and it means we fill our pack, so that will be a bailout in case we have a really tough, you know, in case we brick, we'll have 3 items to bail us out. The pack does give you 3 items. I'm going to fail this on purpose because this will, again, the main part of this whole deck is grabbing Warren. So unless you get a magpie thing, you know what? If you do, you do. We'll pick the hardest one. So cost is going to be really easy to pass because we have a high cost deck. Health is probably 6 health. We have a lot of things that have a lot of health, including, you know, this Warren. And so I'm going to do kin. If we get it, we get it. You know? I don't want the card. And we did get it. So let's hopefully we get something with a magpie so we're able to search. That's a cool field mice. But usually this is going to be bad. Usually you don't want usually you don't want them to, you don't want these cards. None of them are particularly good. The alpha seems like the obvious choice. This field mice is too expensive to develop on its own, even though it's making eggs, and this is a pretty bad thing. It means it doesn't die to deadly or whatever. This is interesting. These dams are not going to be able to attack. They don't gain this attack number, so it's really just going to be a bad card. It's easily the alpha. The alpha can kill something, has deadly. It also gives you a warren for free, so this is actually a way to also rent. If you have a few bones, you're able to play this, get your rabbit hole, and then sacrifice the alpha immediately for something else plus the rabbit. You can also obviously just keep the alpha on the field, and it's a pretty good card, especially with deadly. I mean, this is a decent card, but honestly, I'd rather not have it. We'll grab some items now. So, bones. It's not going to be bones. I think we're all flying, man. See, we don't do a lot of... It doesn't not letting me look at my pack right now, but like flying isn't great here because it doesn't really help the cards we have. The problem is we have a lot of expensive and slowly developing cards. I wonder if we just grab pliers here just so we can stall an extra turn in order to develop something. This is the better card, but I don't think for this deck, since we don't have like ways of just finishing rounds by flying our way to victory. Alright, now that I already have a pliers, I'll grab the flying. We got the same 3 choices. And finally, we'll grab a squirrel. The squirrel's going to be one of the better ones. Goat would be fine, too, because we have all really expensive... The brick is the expensive cards. Let's take a peek now. Man, we can copy a 3rd Warren? A 3rd Warren? What's better, a 3rd Warren or 1 fewer card in our deck? A 3rd Warren is probably better, right? So I'm actually going to go to the copy now. That's strange. Alright, let's go. Snakes have smelly. Beehive helps us. This sigil just gives us bees. He can't have cards in his hand. I guess it's to help us deal with this goddamn rattler. What did we get? So we killed a rattler for free with this wolf. We'll take that. Really easy play here. And let's go. We do 2. He does 3. Oh boy. You're coming in with some stinky stink. Stinky stink. Can we somehow... Oh, that sucks. That's rough. This adder is really, really rough because it kills the card that we have developed. Okay, if we grab a squirrel and a squirrel, it means we can develop Red Heart and just win this game. I think I'm going to do it, because I'm just trying to think. If we don't, which means we're not developing Red Heart, not grabbing the squirrel, I'm grabbing... We can't develop anything this turn. This dies for free. Rattler, which means we'll have 3 health gained. We'll have 2 health gained. He did more than me. So we'll be +2 and 2 adders on the field and more coming in. Adder just kills this wolf. I'm just trying to think, do I need to use the squirrel? So if he has 2 adders on the field, it's not a lot of damage. I could just develop Red Heart next turn. I can also develop... Well... yeah, this gives us a bone, so I can also develop Coyote that same turn and actually kill both of these. The Rattler dies. Hold on. I kind of want that squirrel for later. I'm gonna probably do the stupid decision. I'm probably gonna have to spend items here. I actually could have just used Fly there to win. I probably should have just used Fly, since that's not gonna be super useful later. I'm trying to win this without... Is there a reason to go phase here, by the way? I think what I'm gonna... Oh, this moves. Whoops. I should have... Well, I can save this card by developing Coyote. I don't even have Coyote right now? Oh, I have 4. So one of them was hiding. I can also kill the Beehive. This thing's just not gonna have a lot of attack coming up. The adder kills the Red Heart. Oh. We're +1 right now, right? Gosh. There's got Skink coming in and Adder. If I lose this fight right now, I probably will. I should have used the fly, right? Dire Wolf doesn't help at all. Yeah, I should have used the flying. I'm so stupid. I don't know why I'm being so freaking greedy. We have to kill this now. Just develop Dire Wolf now? It's the saddest thing I've ever done, but I'm doing it. In fact, wait a second. I'm going up 2 and then down 3. Oh, fine. No, I'm going down 2. We're still okay. Oh, boy. What is he coming in with? Rattler and not Adder. That's good. Spell pack round, I guess. We're still okay. We're doing more damage than him. And I think we win now. We're close. We're very close. Definitely kill the adder. The skink escapes and then also lets the other skink in. So it's a pretty easy choice. Alright, we got out of it with a full pack. So technically it was right. It was just really risky. Aha! Don't mess with alpha. Too alpha for you. We technically did get out of that fight with 3 items, so... Call me stupid. Yeah, our deck is too big right now. Oh my gosh, Black Goat? See, in this bricky deck, I think Black Goat is going to be the thing that saves us. Mealworm ain't bad too, because it's kind of... Just look at this as a 2-cost possum that you're just using to sacrifice to something in a buff set. These are 3 really... I mean, if these were our 3 choices every single time, we'd be good. I think I'm going to go with Goat, because the main thing that bricks our deck are 2-cost creatures and 3-cost creatures, and Goat solves that. So it is definitely Goat. Beehive and, yeah, those other 2 choices were fine. So yeah, instead of thinning out my deck, I'm going to continue to just duplicate Warrens. I'll give him the... I've never actually given him something to paint that he's already painted before. I doubt that there's going to be a negative interaction when you do that, but if there is, then I'm throwing this run away. If for some reason he just messes it up. He actually messed up the sigil. The first time this has ever happened to me that I had an OP sigil that he changed. So now this Warren has a useless sigil. This gains attack when it kills something. So yeah, man. Okay, so we have... The good news is we have a 3rd Warren, which means we can develop with this Warren any card in the deck, except for exactly this 3-cost Direwolf. It will help for this Direwolf, especially in boss battles. But everything... This is still the bad Warren. We have 2 really good Warrens, and then we have 1... average one, but this Warren is still a very good card. It also can stall with the 4 health, so it didn't lose health on that exchange. We're actually still doing okay. We have a fight. We have no packs coming up. I'm definitely going for sacrifice. It's the only thing we need to do in this run is try to get rid of cards out of this deck. Ah! We have to remove the brick. We got good Warren. That's a scary freaking mantis right here. Good thing this Grand Fur is actually stalling this bee. So all I can really do right now is do this play. We'll do this play. I might as well have saved that for next turn so I can stall an extra turn with the mantis, right? We have 2 bones now. And I guess Rabbit Pelt doesn't have bones in it? I think we put the... I don't know if Rabbit Pelt dying has bones. Well, it doesn't have bones for Bone Lord. I'm pretty sure it will. If gold and rocks and trees have bones, I'm pretty sure that will actually work. So that should give us another bone here. So we'll try to grab something. Oh, I forgot this grows, but we're just going to kill it with the coyote here. So we're going to try to find the sacrifice. Got it. And we'll develop coyote. So it's going to be like you. We will dire wolf up here. We will coyote here. And yeah, this fight should be a gimme. Because dire wolf up goes face for 4 now. He does 1 and we do 6. Pretty damn good. Ooh, alpha. Oh no, we only have 3 bones. Too bad. Hell yeah, this run's going... I think we're in really good shape here. We have a good enough deck. We're gonna thin... Oh my gosh, we're still gaining cards though. Ugh. We're getting another card. Give me non-brickies. I'm gonna get rid of these 3 and hope and pray... Well, there's the best of these 3, but... Hope and pray for something that unbricks this deck. And we did get mealworms, so this is fine. This is an easy way to spend 2 bones to be able to sacrifice that and develop another card, and it becomes OP with mealworm. Mealworm's definitely a better card than I thought it was. There's also a way to buff a card twice, and if it dies in the fire, then great. And if it is buffed twice, it actually doesn't brick you anymore. Alright, sacrificing time. Now what? So we have to get rid of one of these expensive cards. What are we sacrificing to right now? I'm gonna, again, not try to involve these in the trade. I'm gonna try to involve 2 bad cards that will become slightly better. So giving, again, Proghorn to Dire Wolf Pup means the Wolf Pup does 2 and then the evolved creature hits 3 times. It's better to give this to something that's not. The Proghorn is probably the least good card in this deck. Probably of all of these, the one I least want is Proghorn, right? Because it doesn't, at least this develops, you know, later. This can block something that the Direwolf can't, then this keeps on doing too. In fact, Proghorn will turn into a 2, it'll turn into a 2/5, I think, when it evolves. Is there a card I'd like to evolve for some reason? Pack Rat is probably actually the worst card. So maybe I'll give Pack Rat to something. Pack Rat really is the worst one, right? Proghorn is better. So I'll give Pack Rat to... Well, Proghorn we're gonna sack later. I guess I'll give it to one of these Dire Wolf Pups. At least it gives us an item. And maybe sometimes that item will be a squirrel or a goat that will help us develop another card. It's not great, but it's the best I can do. We do have combining here. So we have Dire Wolf Pups to combine. Well, we're not going to combine Warrens. That doesn't make any sense. So we'll combine that. Yeah, we'll go left here. Instead of sacrifice. Combining is just as good as sacrificing. It burns a card. And we'll try to burn something in a fire. I'm going to try to... I'm not even going to do it with the mealworm. I'm going to try to just destroy something bricky. And if it becomes OP, then so be it. So we go Wolf Pup. We also get a free item here. Oh my gosh, he's coming in with ants. So this is 5 damage. How am I supposed to deal with this right now? I have to do damage this turn. I also need the card not to die. But it always does die. What the hell am I supposed to do here? I guess I can feed... Well, I can block with Rabbit Pelt. Holy crap, this sucks. I can also block with Warren first. I think developing Dire Wolf Pup earlier, though, is better, right? Gosh. If I block, can I get 5 damage in next turn if I develop Wolf Pup? And I have a Warren blocking one of these, and then a Rabbit Pelt blocking the other. He's doing 1. My Wolf Pup will do 4, so then flying makes me win next turn. This is a tough fight, man. I don't think this does anything with ants, by the way, Bloodlust, because they have a weird sigil. Maybe it does. Maybe, yeah, it'll be 1 plus the amount of ants. Okay, so the play is you... Don't screw this up, Fry. You... Sack the Rabbit Pelt so we get extra, so we're able to develop Coyote. I think that means that's right. So it's gonna be Rabbit, Dire Wolf Pup here so it doesn't die to this onslaught. Oh, I forgot. Did I grab the item? I didn't grab the item because I'm stupid. I don't know what my problem is. We should be able to develop anything here. So it'll be 4 damage plus anything. That does 2. We need 2 damage. Of course we didn't get it. We can use 2 items. We can use 2 items if we want. I should have used this because then we just need 1 item and we would have an extra one. These suck. These are so hard against aggressive starts, man. Yeah, this does have 3 attack. I think I just get out of this fight. This is rough, man. We get out of the fight with 6 damage. I feel terrible. I have a lot of resources. Ugh. But everything, this is gonna die. I don't know if we have a shot here if we don't get out of the fight right now. We're taking too much damage here. We fly. And we grab a tooth. I just want out. Just want out. Bug Rush is so good against this deck. Okay, so we're doing this now. This is gonna be the final fight, right? And we're toast. These wolf pups are bricking us so hard. What do I grab? Do I just grab, like, right now my sigil is on bird now. So I'll just grab a bird. You're garbage, but you're fine. It's basically a Warren bird. I'm not gonna fix the totem. There's not gonna be a chance to fix the totem at all. So I think I'm gonna try to... I'm gonna try to double up on one of these wolf pups. No, sorry, the wolf pups are combining next. So I have to get rid of something else. I guess I'll get rid of the dire wolf. Is there anything that actually would be decent if it had a little more health? The dire wolf pups would be, but we have to combine those. Oh, this sucks. I don't know what I'm doing here. My life. Oh, we have these two. Sorry, do we have 3 wolf pups in our deck right now? We have 2. Holy crap, this deck is too big. No, we only have the 2. I'm gonna try to burn this card. And if it gets extra to, you know, if it gets up to 9 health, I guess so be it. Is that better than Proghorn's probably better. This is the most bricky card right now. So let's try to feed this. I really would rather this die. Okay, never mind. We have a 2/9 double strike. Burn Coyote? I think Coyote is just like a resource. And it's a cheap card to develop. Anyway. So we're not going to do the Warrens. That's definitely not happening. We're doing the wolf buffs because these have been breaking us so freaking hard. But now it's a 2/2, so now, you know, a 2/2 wolf pup in that last fight, it would have killed the ant. It has a lot of health to survive. The evolved version becomes really good. We're probably still okay, but again, a brick in this fight, if we lay an egg right now and we don't get any resources and we get all of our expensive cards, we're gonna lose. We don't have as many of them. We have a lot of resources. We have a goat. We have a squirrel sitting here. Let's see what happens. And we have, again, a few extremely good cards in this deck. So we just have our wolf cub. This is so bad here, though, because we're just screwed by the bait buckets. I think what we're gonna have to do is develop the wolf cub in lane 1, basically. It sucks. We can actually grab the bait buckets away. We can feed the hook a pelt, you know, that's fine. Ah! It's so bad. Raven is flying. So it means I'll kill the Raven, which should be okay. We'll have a chance to develop, you know, we're pulling off the top of our deck. We have unlimited resources right now. But just so we don't spawn a 4/2, which we can't afford, he'll actually OTK us if we develop this in 2 or 3. I'm going to... I could have waited on the Warren, but that's okay. I'm going to do it like this. It's just single attacking right now. So Alpha is fine, I think. We're gonna go Rabbit Pelt. Rabbit Pelt here at the end. So for now we'll just... We could also do extra damage with the Rat Man. This Great White's coming in, but I probably want to sack something to that anyway. So let's give him a squirrel. It's gonna be... Alpha. It gives the rabbit. This rabbit has deadly. We might actually be able to influence the rabbit to have one attack deadly and kill this. So we'll put the squirrel here. Actually, having him pull and keeping the shark out of play is probably better, right? It just means we don't have a lane to develop. We're not going to develop here anyway unless we get 3 attack. I think this is alright. I think I'm just going to throw a Pelt here. He pulls after I attack. No, he pulls after he attacks. He pulls after he attacks. Yeah, this is going to be fine. It also does damage because it's next to the alpha. So that's awesome. And then we're doing 1. We're doing 2. Wait. Why did the alpha not attack? Because during... Listen, what happened? Wolf attacked and killed this. This did have attack. But since during the time I pressed the bell, this said 0, it didn't work. Why did that shark come in? That's so annoying. Anyway, do we get out of this fight? We get out of this fight for free. So I'm going to just grab the cards, of course. Pronghorn's fine. Let's first get the hell out of here. And we'll develop Pronghorn like later after he clears. This boss does clear his field away and just puts 2 bait buckets down in between phases. He grabs all those cards. He'll put 2 here. This Pronghorn goes a really long way. So it's going. Oh, here's Coyote too. I think we win here? It's bait bucket, we'll just say. Okay, so it's rabbit, orange, why not? Rabbit, frog, because it's hitting twice. It'll also kill the shark for 2. And what is he putting here? Great shark. Let's just do the coyote. I think we win. We're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. All right, no problem. Oh yeah, this has deadly, so it kills that, which means we win. It would only be 4 damage otherwise. All right, guys. Well, here's it. We got through the maps. This deck is Brick City. And we're getting another card too. Oh my gosh, it's too many cards. These all suck. Someone kill me. Mantis, because it does the most damage. I guess, well, for our final fight, we have... You start with Bones against the final boss, right? So bad is actually more developable. Developable. Time. Okay, so I'm not gonna go for the totem. We don't really need that. It would be nice if we got the right totem, but it's not gonna happen. We also have, again, 2 birds that give us... We have 2 birds that give us warrants from our totem. Yep. Okay, so I'm glad that's the totem. So we could exchange Rabbit for another card, but that other card bricks us just as much as Rabbit Pelt does, probably. I'm wondering what's going on with this Warren, but it's just the teeth spilling out. I have so many teeth. So it's probably going to be Sacrifice, which actually thins our deck. I'll be able to... Direwolf was good for the final boss. But again, we have to just not break. So I give Direwolf to Red Heart and call it a night. Man, that's a 2-9 though. I mean, if we can develop this will be single-handedly beat the last boss. That's not really our priority right now. Raven's Egg always gives us resources, so that's just more Warrens. We actually have a lot of Warrens if you count the Raven's Egg and the Kingfisher. We have plenty of Warrens. Give Pronghorn 2 egg. Do we want this egg moving? It'll make the egg be good. This Direwolf is a really strong card with 9 health, but it's just hard to develop. Okay, so we're either getting rid of Dire Wolf or we're getting rid of Pronghorn. And we're giving it to either Red Heart or to Raven Egg. Giving this double strike is cool. Very cool. Red Heart can sometimes not do enough, but if you give it the Dire Wolf trait, it will. Pronghorn to Raven? I'm thinking Dire Wolf to Red Heart. I know, again, this looks overpowered, but we have a lot of creatures and resources and things to develop. We're not going to have... Our main problem is bricking. I'm going to give Dire Wolf to Red Heart, and we'll hold on to Pronghorn. Because at least it does something if we're bricked. It's the 3-cost card that's going to kill us here. Means that fire went to waste. I know it seems ridiculous getting rid of a 2/9, but... I'll give it to this card. This is probably really the worst card in the least reliable card in the deck, we'll put it that way. So we're gonna make it a little bit better right now. It'll maybe be able to just get out of a round. Sometimes it can be the best, sometimes you sacrifice a bunch, but that's, if you have your Warrens, you're fine. You know what I mean? The Warrens can even stall, because they have 2 to 4 health. Most of them have 4 health. Alright, here we go. We do get the smoke. La smoke. So, plenty of resources, we just got to not completely brick here. And we got our Wolf Cup. We also got Raven's Egg, which is so cool. So Amalgam, and again, everything, all of his, what type of creatures is it? His bugs are gonna have Skink. So, this is gonna mess him up. I'm just trying to think about the next 2 turns. We also have Coyote. We can actually develop all 3 of these right now. In terms of the stumps that he puts down, it's probably better to... It's better to only develop 1 creature. Well, we'll make a calculation here. Okay, so Wolf Cub is gonna do 2. This does 2, which means Mole Man has 2 health left. So Raven's Egg or Coyote will kill him. So it doesn't matter which one's on the left. Does it really matter? I'm just thinking the stump. Which of these do we want to go face the next turn? Also, okay, I guess the Raven we want to be able to... Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. The Wolf breaks both stumps. And both of these go face. So this doesn't actually matter how we do this. It's gonna be like you. Free Warren, which is cool. And we'll ignore the Amalgam. We just kill him next phase. Maybe it's better to not develop a 3rd card here, though. Hold on, I didn't even consider that. But if we go... Again, if we go 2, 2, 3... We don't kill him without a 3rd card next turn. So we're always developing a 3rd card. That's fine. I have to kill him before he chomps us. Now again, this will do 2, and then we do 6 and 8. So grab this, spat. Die. Die, die, die. 8 damage. Does get out of this round. Really essential to develop the Coyote there. So there's 2 stumps. He didn't actually put a stump in front of the Wolf, which is really awkward. I thought he would put one here. Wait, so we're only doing 2... okay, we're only doing 2 damage right now. The Wolf will live till next turn. We're doing 2. Then he kills everything. Anyway, we have to just reset. This will help us for the next turn. There's nothing we can really do here. Actually, wait. If we're doing 2 plus 2. Yeah, we can't really get out of this alive, unfortunately. We can't really get out of the Man, this would, if this was actually a developable card, you know, something that did a little bit more damage. Anyway, we'll have resources to develop to get out of this phase. And we'll have the health too. But yeah, our wolf is, everything's getting turned into gold. It's okay. Let's see what's in the box here. Foghorn. So we'll take some damage. It's really bad. Really bad. Warren on Warren. Rabbit. Plenty of resources. Takes damage, it's so bad. If we don't use the bat here, we'll take... This isn't hitting face, right? We'll take 3. This is really the last difficult stage of this fight. I don't really... We're gonna... I don't know. I don't even know what we need to top deck right now. Did that have skink? Whoops. Grabbing nugget, it's fine. We can pull David off the field if we want. Here's a big dire wolf pup that is not able to even be developed now because the amalgam stupid skink tail, man. Man, this would be nice. This is rough. Which one of these? I guess the amalgam is the scarier one. The 2-3 doesn't really matter, right? I just want this amalgam to get in. Does he attack and then pull? Yeah, he pulls then attacks. We can develop this in 1 now. He doesn't see this. This amalgam tail versus a flying. This is like a cuckoo situation. This rabbit kills him. They'll have a 1/1 here. This only has 1 attack, and then there's just David. So we're gonna develop the dire wolf pup. There's another Warren, so let's resource this. Maybe I'll put the Warren here to block some damage. Sounds good. And we'll just develop these two. We still have a lot of rabbits. Each pesky rabbit. And this just goes phase for 2, and then it'll do a lot next turn. This will also win the final boss. So we're in really good shape here. I think this is just... I think we could not play another card for the rest of it and just win. How did we do 4 there? Oh yeah, because this goes phase for 4. Yeah, I think we just win. Because this pup evolving makes such a powerful card that does so much damage and absorbs so much heat. It's it's a 6/6 essentially. A 6/6 beats him. So we win. That was a great run. How long did that take? Less than an hour and a half? Okay, let's go. For me, that's really good. That doesn't do anything. We'll develop the Warren when we feel like it. Here's our red heart. Oh, hell yeah. I think this also gives it a little bit of extra. La 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 la. scraps, no more sacrifices. We'll sacrifice more next. But yeah, that's a lot of damage. We are good. I think the thing the moon really, you know, checks for is are you just playing swarm aggro? Because the moon will wreck that. But if you have really any big creatures, the moon's like a real piece of cake. Extra piece much cake. Is there a sacrifice I can do? Aha, there's a sacrifice, guys. Go, go. Plus it does damage from the alpha, so that's amazing. We'll kill him with goat. Good job, goat. Oh, we still need one more turn. That's right, sacrifice goat. Doesn't matter. Alright guys, so that was the bone run. That was a tough one, man. But we, you know, honestly, it was just the Warren that we stopped it. If you start with Warren, it's the run becomes twice as easy. Without having a Pelt Warren, we would have never won that at all. Yeah, great run though. And here's entry number 9. I probably missed a couple because I did play this game a little offline just to unlock like the next challenge deck. Today I found out what happened to PO3. Leshy turned the scribe of technology into the stoat card. Oh yeah, we found that out. I found the card on the shelf below the safe and laughed right out loud when it told me it was PO3 and needed help. I handed it... Oh, scribe technology. I handed it over to Leshy, who was less amused. I guess this is the fate of the other scribes met, though I haven't seen them yet. That rhymed. So we unlock a new card, Tadpole. So this is going to evolve into Frog? Into just a 1/2? Is this free? Oh, is it free? It's free and it evolves into Frog. That's so, and it hides. Also, Tadpole will grow. It'll grow into a 1/2, into the Frog, the 1/2 block flying, which is fine. It's kind of like a Gek. It's kind of like a little slow Gek. Is it a great card? No. The Waterborne's Waterborne Evolve is interesting because if you give Waterborne and not flying is the key to another creature, it means it hides, it attacks the creatures opposing it, and then it doesn't get attacked. And if you evolve it, it becomes even stronger. So I think this might be a decent card. I don't know, sacrificing to this or this to something. It's a free card though. This is really interesting. I like it. Is this a rare? And we got a new deck? What the heck? It's the zeros deck. So you end up with Gek, Rabbit. You just have a rabbit in your deck, which is interesting. It's all free cards. Huh. This will be a really interesting run. Now again, it's gonna be free cards means you're gonna, you know, you can sacrifice them. I'd have to think which totems to really, which sigils to give these cards that would really make them good at zero cost. I guess what this deck would end up being is super aggressive, and then we're gonna need one big card in order to be able to fight the moon, but you're basically gonna try to OTK him every single time. And maybe, you know, maybe try to use the fire to advance the attack of these cards a little bit. You're right, though. If you can get something with the cockroach / Ouroboros symbol and sacrifices, that means every time you sacrifice it, you get it back and you can develop whatever you want. So, you know, obviously, if you get that early, you know, we didn't see a cockroach this run. You know what I mean? That's going to happen. So, if you can get that early, that would be nice. Anyway, this will be a really interesting one. I'll do this deck next time. We got a new challenge, too, which is your squirrels have Waterborne Sigil. 20 challenge points. So, the point of the Waterborne Sigil, the reason that it's challenging is because you can't chump block using squirrels, which I hardly ever do. Again, sacking your resources just to prevent damage is worst case scenario. So this should actually be a pretty easy 20 points to add on to a run in order to advance to the next level. So that's actually really cool. I'm gonna research the annoying symbol. Maybe we'll do like annoying symbol without totem symbols, which again gives your starting creatures will be giving things extra attack. It could be that'll work. Alright guys, great run though. I will see you in the next one. And yeah, a lot more Kaycee Spot and other games to come. Love uploading all this stuff on the brand new YouTube channel. Try them all. I will see you in the next one. Peace. Let's try.